Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft Challenge world. Today we have a interesting idea that I guess I kind of want to try and tackle, and that is going to require us to pick up this bed and, well, be ready to kind of run wherever the wind will take us. Now, we're definitely going to come back to here because this is a good place to be, but I need to find a couple of things to continue filling out our advancement tree. And just kind of hanging around here, I don't feel is the way to do it. So we're going to set off on a bit of an adventure over this way, because I haven't really come out this in this direction of the world up into this point. And hopefully we can find ourselves a village while we're out and about adventuring today, because I'd like to try and tackle a couple of the advancements that can be attained through there. So we should be able to find a village in this general biome that we're in, but time will tell if that actually rings true. I also don't know how high I need to go in order to start encountering any powdered snow if we can find it. But there's an advancement that we can try to stick a pin in if we are able to locate where powdered snow generates. Of course, I don't quite have the resources on deck in order to take that on, but if we can identify where the powdered snow is, then we can have an easier time completing that advancement once we have found what we need. Now, I'm not seeing anything from this vantage point, but that was kind of the whole point of jumping up here, was to see if we could get a bit of a better idea of where we want to be heading in order to find this village, if there is one nearby, because they also reduced how frequently villages spawn, I believe. And that is a lot of lava coming off the side of this mountain. Well, here's an advancement that we could look for if I had any bones on me, but I don't, so unfortunately we can't do that right now, but I know of where we can come back and find these wolves in the future once I either have bones on me or once I've retreated back and gotten them. I honestly should have had the foresight to bring them along with me anyway, but that's neither here nor there. And looks like we've got some foxes running around here too, so those could be interesting to double back and do a couple of things with as well. But I'm not seeing anything at this point in time. Well, this isn't what I was looking for in particular, but having a ruined portal here isn't the worst thing in the world. Got ourselves a mending golden chest plate, and some flint and some glistening melons, and a mending shovel. That's actually not terrible either. We don't need the wool. We don't need... What else don't we need desperately or urgently? I suppose we don't really need the flint. And then let's go ahead and in this same chest, let's put down... I was wanting to hold on to that mushroom, but I guess it's not urgently needed. And then we'll go ahead and get the 2 blocks of gold that are here and continue on our merry little way. We're out of the spruce forests now in the taiga. Aha! That's what we were looking for this whole time. Bit interesting that it's a desert village, so we trekked through, I guess, 3 different biomes that we could have found a village in, and it happened to be the desert of all places. But that's enough leather in order to make some leather boots for when we eventually make our way back to a mountaintop that might have some snow in it. And a massive ruined portal right here next to this village, which is kind of cool. Thorns 3, that's quite interesting enchantment to have. Now we're going to break these down out of their blocks, which seems counterintuitive, but I'd rather have the ingots so I can hold the ingots that came out of here. And then let's make our way into this village and see what goods we can find here. Well, that's one advancement that I didn't really anticipate getting today, and it was all in an effort to find some cod, which I did not find, but the reason I was looking for cod in the first place is I was under the assumption that cod is, or was, the food required to tame cats. I don't really focus on taming cats a lot when I play Minecraft because, well, cats kind of annoy me, and that kind of defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do with this particular world, and so I kind of have to suck it up and just kind of deal with it. But because I never tame cats, or haven't ever gone about trying to tame cats, I don't really know what the requirements are, and I thought that it was cod specifically, but it turns out you can use salmon as well, as long as it's raw. You cannot use tropical fish. That does not work, unfortunately. But I trekked all the way out to an ocean, hoping that I would find cod, and I ended up finding a warm ocean instead, which doesn't particularly help me. So we're going to go back towards the village that we were in, because it had a river running through it, and rivers can spawn salmon, which is what we needed in the first place. So I'm mildly annoyed that I trekked all the way out to an ocean in search of something that I didn't even need to go looking for, because there was something that worked just as well in the immediate vicinity of where I was at. Oh, is this it? This is it. It's coming up to me. There we go. Now I've just attempted to breed you, but that's okay. That was a lot more tedious and drawn out than it had to be. Let's see if we can't get a few more of these cats, just because we do need all, I think it's 11 breeds of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, so we just got a tuxedo. And we've seen, I think it was the Persian cat running around here as well. And it wasn't a tabby, I don't think. It was the Siamese cat was the other one that we'd seen. Oh, and that cat just really wants to come right up next to me, doesn't it? It did bring me a rabbit's foot, though. So that's kind of cool. No, come back, please. Is that a pink sheep in the wild? Wow. That's one of the rarest things. Come here, please. Oh, he wants to? There we go. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Now that I've got 2 of you, let's see if we can find another. Because I think that there's up to 2 more hanging out in or around this village. And the less I have to track down later, the better. Well, he's coming up to me. This is going to be the easiest one yet. Awesome. Now unsit. And let's see if we can find... I think it was the Siamese one that was hanging around here. I think this is it. Yep, you can see the shoulders are kind of hunched up there. And that's 4 of them. And I think that that's about as good as we're going to get for the time being, because the only other cat that I've seen is a repeat of one we already have. And that's this tuxedo one that's right here. Now, even though we don't have another cat hanging out right here, what we can do is we can get a new advancement right here. The parrots and the bats, looks like we got ourselves an additional Siamese little kitten there. So that's another advancement out of the way. And just to kind of tone down on the confusion, we're going to go ahead and seat the different cats right here, all in the same general area, if we can. It should not have been that big of a hassle to get you all in the same place. That's 4 out of 11 cats. It's probably as many as I'm going to try for today. But we've got one other thing that we need to get back to. And that is this guy in here. Now, I've been away, and so he unfortunately ended up changing his occupation, or his trade of his occupation back. But he's got mending on the docket again, and I just barely don't have enough of what he's asking for to get that trade. Now, it's not a great trade, but it's definitely one that's handy to have. And so we are going to track down the little bit of sugarcane that is needed to get the 24 paper he's looking for, and we're going to lock it in, and we can make it better later on. That's not what I'm super concerned about. Okay, so we've got the 24 pieces of paper needed. Let's come back down here. Let's chat with our little friend. Where is he? He's in that window. By the time I go around, he'll move to somewhere else. Still wants mending, so let's lock that in and go ahead and grab that mending book. And then now that he's locked into that, I can kind of let him roam around and do whatever else he will. Because I don't want to be cruel. I'd still like him to be able to do what he wants when he wants to. But these are going to be 9 less bookshelves that I'll have to make for my enchanting setup. So we're going to go ahead and steal them. And yeah, I'll have to remake them with wood later, but that's a price I am willing to pay. But I think that's going to do it for today, because we've really had a look at everything that I would want to. And we got a decent amount of these advancements. I think we made 4 of them today, which isn't as many, but you can't have 5 in every episode because some of them are just a lot more technical. But if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure that you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for daily variety content, and we'll be back with a brand new video tomorrow and a new installment in this series next week. So thanks so much for your time, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.